When you want Bae to hug you, but he's not sure he trusts you with 3-inch spikes coming out of your face.
Like a Hellcat.
Here's an industrial toned glam look to take you from the warm fall colors into more of the cold wintry chill. This look was inspired by this odd but awesome spiky mask of death and my newly silver hair. Alrighty, starting off with the face. Any face. Please excuse my upset cracked lip, I don't know how to act. I'm using the Anastasia Fair Contour Cream Kit to basically finger paint my entire foundation on because honestly, I actually have no idea why, but I really felt like doing it that day. No great discoveries were ever made without a little experimentation, alright? Make sure you wash your hands well though before you forego the use of brushes and put your otherwise dirty little paws all over your skin. But other than this archaic use of tools, I'm highlighting in all the normal places and contouring really quickly for a base. I don't think you could get away with using contour and highlight creams in place of foundation with every brand, but these are particularly creamy and they work well in this situation. To blend our base together, I'm using a beauty blender, but you could use any sponge or buffer brush. For a little more definition than my fingers can accomplish, I'm using a Morphe M508 brush down the sides and under my nose and one more horizontally to separate the tip. And I know what you're thinking this looks like, an upside down microphone or a big toe, but nose contouring is serious business. Anyway, blend that out. Then I am taking Granite Dip Brow by ABH on an angled brush to fill in my brows. I really like dark brows with light hair, but obviously do whatever your preference is for your own hair color. If I'm going over how I do anything without much detail, it's because I already have tutorials dedicated specifically to how I do those parts of the face, like the eyebrows, so a link to those videos can be found in the description box below. I thought I was done with the face, but I wasn't, so I added some Starlight Illuminator from ABH as a highlight on the cheeks, and then Peach Nectar from the same line to give me some extra warmth in the face since the rest of this look will be pretty cool. Not like hip cool, but like cool colors cool, but hopefully hip cool too, though. Yeah. To start the eyes, I am taking this mauve gray shadow, which is Concrete Jungle from Makeup Geek, on another Morphe M508 brush, and then I'm going to draw a thin line right above my natural crease. Follow that line all the way over until you get to the outer corner of your eye, but then instead of closing it down, wing it out a bit. This will help keep the eye looking both open and elongated. Use a clean small brush to start blending out that pigment. I'm using a Morphe M222. Err on the side of staying closer to the original line if you find blending shadows often ends up all the way up at your brows. Or step in with another clean and slightly bigger blending brush to blend out that last top bit, which is what I'm doing here. Then I'm taking a color that is close to my skin as another blending aid. This is Blush from the ABH Self-Made palette. Place that in between your darker color and your naked skin to help the transition a bit more. Next I'm taking Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is an eyeshadow primer, to define the cut crease before moving on to the lid. I'm getting a really clean edge with a Sigma F69 brush, and you basically just want to let this brush glide right into your natural crease line to cut off the gray cleanly. Now these next few colors are done no justice with this bright lighting, but I'm taking the shadow Take a Photo from Hot Makeup, which is this super gorgeous dimensional white, and I'm putting that on the lid. I find I get a really nice color payoff with hot makeup shadows from the warmth of my fingers, so I'll usually start with that and then get into the tiny areas with a brush. I'm using that at the inner corners of my eyes as well to open them up. Then I'm taking another gorgeous white shadow from Makeup Geek called Prism, and you can't tell at all, unfortunately, but it's got this beautiful two-tone dimensionality to it that's both white and peachy from different angles. So I'm adding that to the top of the previous color just to make the lid pop even more. I decided I wanted to darken the crease, so I took straight up black shadow and laid a very light amount in the crease, same as the first step of the eyes, and blended it out by moving the pigment upwards with a clean small blending brush. I also brought that under the outer half of my lower lash line and drew it slightly down and away from my lash line when I got to about the midway point. Along with the white in the inner corner, this is another way to create the illusion of a more open eye. Add some eyeliner if you want. Try to keep the wing sort of parallel to the wing that you have in the crease. Add your mascara. And then I did the next step only after realizing that I wasn't recording any of it. So, to recap, I was using a cosmetic glitter adhesive, Violet Voss's is my favorite, to set this white glitter from OCC on the eyelids. I do this after I do my liner because I find it's hard to get the liner smooth if there's already glitter on the lid. Glitter adhesive is a good way to keep the glitter where you want it, but we all know glitter has a mind of its own anyway and will end up everywhere you don't want it to be. My way to remove it is to use clean brushes in fast sweeping motions, like to clean up the crease of glitter, or if it's on the face, to do fast short motions, or especially in an upward motion. This is also a great trick to getting brush hairs off your face if you happen to have a brush that sheds a lot. Optional as always, but I'm adding lashes. These are one of my everyday favorites and they are iconic from House of Lashes. I'm lining the waterline with a white pencil to keep on with the open eye kind of thing. And I'm using a really soft black pencil to connect the inner corner to the false lashes and to go over the top of the false lash line to ensure all the glue is hidden. Then I realized my contour game wasn't strong enough, so I went in quick with some Barcelona Beach Makeup Geek shadow on an angled brush, which is my everyday go-to, and I put that in the hollows of my cheeks. At the time I wasn't sure what lip color would complement this look best, but I went with Sepia from ABH and I ended up liking it a lot. So apply that or whatever color you'd like to your lips, really taking your time on the edges, especially if you're using a liquid to matte lipstick. And that is all for this kind of industrial colored, kind of wearable, kind of dramatic makeup. Leave down in the comments what other kind of glam tutorials you'd like to see or what areas of beauty makeup you need help on and I will make some videos. Spiky Mikey, signing off.